Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner for my Quick Tip Thursday. And this is episode number 73. So I would like to thank these people for their comments in my last video. Candace had the idea when I showed you guys these pockets, fabric pockets where I have postcards. She had the idea to put little notebooks in them and have them in your journals. I used the Tim Holtz stamp fabric. And then this gal here, or person, is a new subby. Welcome. This person asked me a question on my coffee dyeing video, which is my all-time most watched video. I think 140,000 views on it. Incredible. She or he asked me, did I ever use match powder? But they meant to say green matcha tea. That autocorrect kind of messed up. And then Carol Thomas had a question. If I still liked these little plastic pockets, or did they still work and adhere? This is a little ephemera holder for stamps. I have all kinds of ones that I use for ephemera. I've got it for flowers, for mushrooms, for birds. This is one I recently did where, and I'm sorry that you can't see the whole thing, but it was in the last video I did where I am now using this idea from Jaff from Medieval Mirage to hold the ephemera in as I'm constructing a journal, a quick way to keep yourself organized. And then what will happen is when I am done creating the journal using this kit, I will take all of this out of the pockets, put it in one folder, and then reuse this notebook when I go to create another journal and put that new kit in it. So we're going to start off by first picking the winner of my anniversary giveaway. And sorry, I have that little dinging there. It's because I had texted the winner and asked them or her what she wanted. So she was answering me back. I had to do a voiceover here for some reason. My microphone was not working. But anyway, so the question that people had to answer was, what is the name of my dog, my sweet little Miss Fiona? And these people answered the question correctly. They are definitely my long-time subbies, and I don't announce in the thumbnail that I'm doing a giveaway because I want people who actually watch my videos all the way through to have the chance to win. So it was a small amount of people who answered. And I know some people watched the video, but they didn't mention the dog's name, so my sweet girl's name. So anyway, so I'm going to go through here and fold these up and read off the names of who are entered into the giveaway. So one of the things that they could pick from was this book. It's a French book. I bought it in Scotland. It's in great condition. It has beautiful marbled paper on the inside. I think it is rag paper or cotton rag paper. It's from the 1800s, and it's in excellent condition. So they can either pick that, or they can pick the mega pack of my Florentine paper, 32 different sheets that's in that pack. Both of those items value at about $50 in my Etsy store. So first, Natalie Chim is in the running. And then next is Annette DePete. And then next is Terry from Rankin Studios. That's her YouTube channel. Better put it in the bowl, right? Then Lori from Journals from the Attic. And then Amy, who gave me the suggestion to have my name on my still life project. And so I'm in the process of stitching that. Lucy from What Was I Thinking? Lucy lives in Canada. She's got a YouTube channel, and Lucy is extremely knowledgeable in journal making. Shelley, I think that's how you say her name. And then Carol Powers, my friend that I was able to meet up in Montana at Gail Augustinelli's retreat. Diana Campanelli. Diana has two fur babies. One's name is Half Pint and the other one is named Frenchie. Oh, and by the way, Carol Powers has a dog named Angel. Then my friend Anne, who came to my retreat from the state of Washington. And then Susan, who lives here in Arizona. She lives in Wickenburg. She also came to my retreat up in Flagstaff. And then lastly, Carver. I don't know if Carver is a male or a female. I asked this person one time what their name was, and they said, just call me Carver. So I think they want to remain anonymous, so that's okay. So let me mix these up and pick one out, and our winner is, drum roll, Susan. Yay, Susan, who lives here in Arizona. So I'm going to contact Susan and ask her which thing she wants, and I will get that mailed off to her. Either that or I'll drive to Wickenburg and deliver it to her. So thank you, everyone, and we'll get on to our quick tip here now. Okay, now for my quick tip. Shop your stash. So in my idea journal, there is a recipe for texture paste. So I wanted to look and see what texture paste I had. And I ran across this. This is a Deco Foil Transfer Gel. And I'm sure I bought this probably 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I don't know how long ago. I don't even remember using it, but I must have at some point because the container is open and there's some out of it and it's still really good, not dried out stuff. So I thought, well, how do you use it? So I started reading the directions, and it says you need to have the transfer foil, the Deco foil. And I thought, well, I think I have some of that. So I went into my storage craft room. I've got pewter, copper, silver. I have, let's see, what color is this? Rose gold. I have regular gold, and I have turquoise. And I thought, I have that stuff. So I thought, okay, let's play around with this because it's been in my craft room 9 years, whatever. I can't even remember using it. So I thought, okay, let's see what you have to do. So I took one of Jaff's kits, one of her pages, and it says, spread this gel with a stencil. You lay down a stencil, then you spread this over it, and then you let it sit for about an hour until it is clear. Okay, let me move this up and out of the way. And then you take this transfer paper, which is in these little containers, and you lay it over the top. And you need a laminator, a hot laminator. So let me just cut some of this off. And you lay it over the top. And it kind of stuck a little bit. Okay, so we're going to lay that there. And then I need a piece for over here. And actually, let's cut this down. Yes, shop your stash. I know my friend Gail Augustinelli, she has a YouTube series called Forgotten Friends Friday. And again, I think it's the same concept where you take stuff that you have in your craft room that you've had just kind of hidden in a corner and you use it. So it says lay it in between a couple of pieces of parchment paper and then run it through a hot laminating machine. So you're not laminating it, you're just using the machine to, I think, heat up that transfer foil. So let's see what it looks like. Takes a while for it to go through. I did hear back from Susan, and she said for me to pick what to give her. You know, remember the option was the French book or the Florentine paper. And I think I'm going to send her the Florentine paper. She probably has some old French books or French book pages, but I don't know how much Florentine paper she has. So that's what I'm going to send her. So once this comes through, we're going to take a look at it and see what kind of design this leaves us. I'm like excited, like something new to play with that literally has been in my craft room for 10 years, 9 years, whatever. Okay, and I'm going to pull that forward so I can pull this page out. Okay, so now then it says, let it cool off a little bit. Okay, and you can kind of see the indentation here. Let's pull it off now. Yeah, it's cooled off, and let's see what this looks like. Oh my heavens. Is that not cool looking? Wow. Look at that. And it's shiny, it's gold, it's adhered on there. And then look what you're left over with. Okay, I have an idea for this. I don't like it straight edge like that. Let me pull in my pinking shears and let's just cut a little bit. And see if that improves what it looks like. I think it does. We'll just go along there and along there. Now see, you could put that on a page. I like that. That is cool. So I'm going to save those. I have another thing here. let me pull that off. So I had done a couple already. So there's that page. There's that page. And then I had done this page. But now I have a couple of postcards here. And these have peacocks on them. And so, and again, I have used this. I must have used this at some point because it's cut up. So let's just lay a piece there. I want to do it to where I don't waste a lot of it. I don't even know how expensive this stuff was. But let's lay this like that. I'm going to kind of press that down, and I'm going to trim off this edge. Get the pinking shears out of the way. The stencil I used for this one almost looks like I think it was supposed to be scales, but I thought it almost looked like peacock feathers. So I've got one there. I have another one here. This is, again, a peacock from Jaff's kit. And this is a tag. Let's see if I can get, I think I can get that in there. Yeah, I think that will work. I've got a lot left over here. I don't know what will happen to it if I run it through the machine and it doesn't have anything on there, if it will ruin it. But let's just lay this down here now. Let's see if we can get one more in there because it takes a while for this to go through the machine. I have another postcard here, and I put some, like I said, some of this transfer gel on there. Oh, look at this. Okay, we're going to lay that like that. I'll lay that like that, and then I have this other tiny little piece here. And we'll just trim this off. And tuck this in between these pieces of parchment paper. Okay, and then now let's just run this through and see what it looks like. It takes it a little while. What I'll do is speed up the camera while this goes through. Okay, let's see what this looks like. So it says cool down a little bit. Okay, let's lift this off. Oh, is that cool? That is cool. Look at that. Oh, I'm loving this. And this is going to be so fun to use somewhere. Let's pull another one off. This is fun stuff. I may look for this stuff on Amazon, and if I can find it, I'm going to link it down below. I may need to get some more colors and play with this again. Wow, is that not cool? Oh, you guys. So anyway, that is my quick tip today. Shop your stash. See, that's hard to get up. Shop your stash, and you might find something really fun to play with that you had completely forgot about. Thank you so much for joining me today at my Quick Tip Thursday, and I will see you on Saturday for Slow Stitch Saturday. Thanks, and bye-bye.